So everything we were taught in primary school were all lies. Mary Celeste was not the one that stopped the buying of twins like we were told in primary school. Hey, you guys know that when it comes to history, I'm always addicted. I saw this, I said no. Not be only me go see him, not be only me go hear him, not go follow me hear him. Are you ready? Oh yeah, let's go. Now, a man named King 𝕍𝕆 II ended brutal practices such as the killing of twins, human sacrifices, and demolition of slaves upon the death of an important person. Killing newborn twins was common practice during the pre-colonial times among the Ibibio and Efik people of Nigeria, until it was eliminated by indigenous king in the 19th century, whose name has since been replaced with Mary Celeste. In the pre-colonial and early colonial period, the birth of twins in some areas in the region that would later be known as Nigeria, particularly the Efik and some part of Igbo land, was considered a bad omen and an abomination that could bring devastation or calamity upon the society. Because of this, the natives often abandoned the twin babies in the forest to die. This practice continued until the 19th century, when a progressive king by the name King 𝕍𝕆 declared elimination of the practice and declared no twins shall be killed. So it was not Mary Celeste. Now, King 𝕍𝕆 II was born in 1788 to Princess 𝕍𝕆 𝕍𝕆 and 𝕍𝕆 I of Creektown. His father, 𝕍𝕆 was a wealthy trader. In his youth, 𝕍𝕆 worked as a cabin boy under English captains during the era of the transatlantic slave trade. He was tasked with carrying messages back and forth between officers and the rest of the crew, who occupied different parts of the ship and oftentimes accompanied them in their voyage to the West Indies and England. It was during this time that he learned to speak and write English language. He also learned the inside and out of the slave trade business and how to trade with Europeans. After his stint as a cabin boy, 𝕍𝕆 became an interpreter and acted as a middleman between the local merchants and the Europeans. He continued on this path until the death of his father. Now, following the death of his father, his younger brother 𝕍𝕆 𝕋 was crowned the new king of Creektown, while 𝕍𝕆 dropped his interpretation gig and ventured into the more lucrative transatlantic slave trade, brokering and selling slaves on behalf of others and himself. According to his descendants, many chiefs would usually keep their slaves, most of them brought from distant places such as Cross River, Southeast, and etc., in the custody of 𝕍𝕆 for the white buyers. 𝕍𝕆 𝕋 continued on the path of selling Africans for profit to the Europeans until the British made the trade illegal in 1807. After the British banned slave trade, King 𝕍𝕆 ventured into the business of selling palm oil to white businessmen, right? In time, he became even more wealthier than he was when he was trading slaves. Now, Mary Celeste came into the picture in 1876, 18 years after King 𝕍𝕆 died. Now, she settled in a small village called Okoyong. In Okoyong, Celeste went around preaching the gospel of Christ and also enlightening and educating natives. She also saved many of twins from forests where they had been left either to die or be eaten by animals, by people who refused to listen to the king's decree and still practiced the old ways, and took them into her mission home. In time, the story of this white woman became ubiquitous to the extent that it dimmed the light of the man who played a major role in the elimination of the barbaric practice, killing of twins, in most of Calabar. As time went on, stories were told, books were written about the great white woman who went around saving twins from forests of Okoyong. In time, King 𝕍𝕆 II, the man responsible for making the law to stop eliminating of twins infanticide in most of Calabar, was kicked to oblivion and his name swapped with that of Mary Celeste, who helped enforce the end of the practice. So King 𝕍𝕆 started the foundation, built the house, and Mary Celeste roofed it. So in other words, King 𝕍𝕆 was the person who stopped the buying of twins, not Mary Celeste, like we were told back in the days. These Western people, they don't deal with us, so Hey, now you know the truth. As a student, now you know the truth. Mary Celeste was not the one that stopped the buying of twins. Instead, she helped to enforce the new law. But the person who stopped it was King Eyo. Now you know.